Let me just start recording.
Recording
Yes.
in progress.
Yeah. Very good evening, everyone, for the Empowering Academics with Generative AI and FDP program of last day, that is day 5 of our master program on generative AI. So let me just share my screen. What the things that you're going to learn today and at the last day, and what are the things that you're going to get mind blown AI tools and mind blown amount of Python or mind blown amount of the product that you're trying to see down, right? So let me just go ahead with my PPT slides. Yes. So today is going to be like a coding part. Don't worry, everyone. It is just a simple AI coding. It's not more than that. Just we require a simple knowledge on Python, right? If you're like not okay with Python, some are like from MBA like background, some are like purely digital backgrounds, or some are like from into like marketing backgrounds. Don't worry, right? I also like showing you people how to also play with some good AI tools, and also what are the things that are just going on with our amount of Python coding and getting it at output, right? The same thing we can go ahead and start doing with a Flory, right? With the flow amount of the chats and everything, just connecting the amount of LLMs, connecting the amount of the chat GPTs directly with the flow, right? So in that way also we can just go ahead and just start working on it, right? So this is how it's going to start with. Let me just go ahead. The first is going on with prompt engineering, right? So I already like mentioned in the last like previous sessions on like day 1 and day 2, where in every way we require a prompt engineering. We need to have a good engineering prompting structure, right? So in that way we'll just start with how to go ahead with like prompting structure. We already learned how actually we have to write it down in terms of like vague prompt and coming to engineered prompt, right? So here comes a simple definition of like prompt engineering. Then we can just go ahead with a couple of more things, right? First is among the things is prompt engineering, right? So prompt engineering is a skill, right? It is writing clear and specific instructions, that amount of like text prompts to guide with an AI that is generating the desired amount of text, code, documents, and image outputs, right? So this is how it goes with. Now also you can able to see here we're going to have the thing that we require to prompt engineering, the 5 main points. The first is the clarity, the second is context, the third is instructions, and the fourth is examples, and the fifth is control techniques. What about the control techniques? That I'll just learn in a couple of minutes. Don't worry about it. So in this way, we're just trying to go ahead in terms of prompt engineering, right? Yeah. Yes. So let's dive into among of like prompt engineering, and let's understand what actually the importance of prompt engineering, why actually learning with the prompt engineering, and also how we can just go ahead with our prompt engineering, right? Let's understand yeah, the applications. Yeah, yes, exactly. Amount of like importance and applications is for business uses, and also for education uses, and for development uses, and also for creative uses, right? So which way that we are like prompting structures or among of like AI tools that is just going on with, why we are building this AI tools, and which sector will actually helpful us. These are only the main page that I've just given for you people in terms of business sector, in terms of education sector, on development side and creative side. So I've just given only the base model. In that base model, we also have like many things that we are like already helping out with using of this generative AI. Right. So coming to first part is business uses, going on with automate the customer support, drafting mails, and also supportive among of summarizing their all reports, right? In that way it is going to support us, right, in terms of business uses, right? Coming next we're going to have is education uses, right? So this education use is going to get in terms of creative teaching resources, and generating quizzes and questions that we have already seen in the last session, right? So in this way, for our among of education sectors, it's going to helpful us more and more, right? Coming to next and development uses. So in terms of like assisting with the code generation, debugging, and data analytics, and going on with the cloud integrations. Everything the among of development side for the developers, it's going to helpful us over the among of coding part, the debugging part, and getting like Q&A and make sure giving us good number of like data analytics over the among of big data. Right. So in this way, the among of development side is going to helpful us in using of generative AI. Right. Coming next, we're gonna have is creative uses. So the creative uses. Moreover, how many of you people know that film industry also started using AI? Right. So if I just give you an example, moreover, like Anirudh is something like music director. He's also like trying to use the chat GPT. How many of you know about this? Right. If you know it, please keep it yes in the chat box. I am like very happy to see in the chat box. Right. So in that way, moreover, the film industry, the story writing, the image generation, scriptings, everything. Now the AI is involved. Right. We don't know. Maybe if I like ask about like what about like Bahubali 3 or like what about like Bahubali 4 part, someone may like Rajamouli or something, he may asked about to the chat GPT, this is my script, or what would be my output, or do you have to like, do any changes? Anyway, it is stored in the amount of database. Anyway, it grabs once if you just ask to the chat GPT, right? So in this way, if they are like secured with among of pro versions or like plus versions, is fine. If they're like not secured, of course it can go there and cloud can be like get and give it to everyone, right? So this is the security always we have to always think about it, right? In terms of like not only creativity, in terms of coding that we're trying to go ahead, and in terms of education sector and in terms of businesses, this everything, right? So I just want to like tell you like this type of examples for sure in terms of like creative uses. Yes. So in this way, our generative AI, our amount of like AI tools going to helpful us more and more in coming next generations, right? So in this way, going to helpful us. Coming to next, a simple prompting engineering structures. I just want to like go ahead, we already did it, but here comes with a new version. I'm like very happy that it this going to be our day 5 of our like FDP going on like big hit. And also a good news for us, we have something called ChatGPT 5. How many of you know about this? Just hit yes in the chat box. How many of you know about this? We have our ChatGPT 5. How many of you know about this? We have ChatGPT like launched with the version called ChatGPT 5. How many of you know about this? And yes, I'm very happy to introduce this going to be like the first FDP has introducing with new ChatGPT 5. Yes, I have already used it. I've already like done with my limit and everything. Yes, but exactly this is how it is like so good, and this is like so impressive, right? It is giving each and everything in terms of coding, in terms of like content creation in a couple of seconds, right? It is giving in a snap, right? So that much fast, and it is taking very minimal of tokens. It got reduced very minimal of tokens. Just everyone like check out LinkedIn's and make sure you can grab good content how actually ChatGPT got generated, right? So in this way, the ChatGPT was like evaluated. So everyone try it out, and just it is like so good, right? So let's try it out. Let's try it out. Why I just kept this prompt samples, right? So let's try it out in terms of like teaching use. I just want to give it to the ChatGPT. Right. Let me just go ahead and grab this study and learn. Summarize the chapter 4 of thermodynamics into 5 bullet points for undergraduate students. I'm just giving it in a minute, and this will come up in a simple seconds. Let's check it out, everyone. Okay, it is asking one question. Before I can like help with that, would you please tell me which chapter or author of chapter 4 is from? So it's asking a question. Let's go about like thermodynamics, first chapter, something like that. I'll just say I'm not a mechanical engineer. Go with the basics. That's it. I'm just trying to give. Yes, this is so much fast. Right. Since you want to like basic summary of like chapter 4 from the typical undergraduate like thermodynamics book. He has a simple 5 bullet points. First is first law of thermodynamics. Second is internal energy. Third is work and heat. And the fourth is energy balance equation. And the fifth is applications. Simple 5 bullet points just given in couple of seconds. How many of like agree with this? Just keep it agree in the chat box. I just want to see. Yes. So exactly. Right. So in the research use, extract all the research gaps from the abstract and from present as a numeric points. Let's see it out. Let's give it again. Let's change it to deep research. Yes, we have to try each and everything in ChatGPT 5 for sure. This time we have to try this all for sure, right? In terms of creating of images, in terms of like think longer, deep research, everything, right? So now extract all the research gaps from this abstract and present them as a numbered points, right? So this abstract is nothing but I want an abstract right now. Let me just grab my abstract from, I think we already did it. Smart. Okay, let me just grab from this if possible. Okay, give me an abstract for the above topic. I'm just giving like as a layman way. Let me just try it out, or else I have to use my other account. Okay, fine, no problem. I think I'm like done with. Okay, let me just try with like other account if possible. Yes, 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 yes. Let me just grab the content. Okay, let me just use another account. And yes, I've just grabbed the amount of data, and I'm just trying to give me an simple abstract about data. That's it. I'm just trying to give it like very layman way. Yeah, finally we got an abstract. Let me just copy it. And yes, now we have to use our amount of prompt. And yes, extract all research gaps from this above abstract and present them as a numbered points. This is my amount of prompt. I'm just trying to give it here. Yes, it is giving as 10 points. Here's the research gaps impelled in the abstract. So integration framework and scalability. Oh, sorry, I have just not given. Let me just copy it. Let me just give it again. Now I have to think it like deep research. Yes, of course. I have to give it in terms of like deep research. Let me just give it my amount of abstract here first. Yes, now I have to give it this part. Now it starts for sure. Yes, starting research. Exactly. So understood. I'll just extract all the research gaps before based on the themes and claims. Yes, it takes some time for sure, and but it gives a better output for sure. It just goes each and every website and figures out what actually our abstract is, what we are trying to solve, and what is the main possibilities that we can just go ahead. Everything it will do, right? So in this way, we can just get our output for sure. It will take some time for sure, at least like 5 to 6 minutes. But yes, it will gives a better output, right? Let it like goes on. We will just move to the next topic and let's figure out with something else. Yes. So here comes with something called Google Colab. Right. So let's start understanding with Google Colab, everyone. A simple intro to Google Colab and Python. How many of like know about the Python? Please keep it yes in the chat box. How many of like know Python? How many of like know Python language? A simple Python language. Just we require only data types and everything. The LLM I'll just explain you in the given meantime for sure. But yes, I want how many of like know about the Python, right? Okay, okay, yes, yes, yes. Most of the yeses I can just see. Yeah, very happy. I'm like very happy. Yes. So let's dive into like Google Colab. So first, what is actually Google Colab is? How many of you people know about like Google Colab? Before going with the simple intro with Google Colab, how many of people know about like Google Colab? Basic knowledge. Okay, no problem. Someone says no. Someone says yes. Okay. Okay, little bit. Okay, okay, fine. So here comes with Google Colab. So it is like free based, free cloud based Jupyter Notebook environment, right? So it is same like Jupyter Notebook environment where it runs Python without installations. So that is the main positive we can just say. The pros we can say, and it also supports AI libraries like Hugging Face and Transformers. So here's the topic that we're just trying to go ahead with. What is actually a Google Colab is? It is free cloud-based notebook environment and it runs Python without installation. Right? It runs Python without installation. We don't have to install anything like Python, any amount of version that we want to install. It chooses its own version. It runs its own amount of CPU and RAM. It will take care. It's not going to be run in your computer. It is a virtual computer where you're running your own amount of notebooks, right? So that is all about your Google Colab is. So why only Google Colab? So why we are only using Google Colab? Why not Jupyter? Why not Jupyter Notebook? Why not VS Code? Because runs AI code without worrying about hardware. Right, exactly right. So it is like virtual machine. So where it is like running inside a cloud. So it does not worry about the hardware. It has its own system. It has its own RAM where it's run virtually. Right. And the next part is sharing notebooks with students for assignments or sharing notebooks with your colleagues. It will be like very easy. Just a simple like document sharing or a Excel sharing, same like that, right? So that's the reason we are going to use our Google Colab. Understood, everyone? So what actually Google Colab is? We will just make sure dive into the Google Colab as a demo. Don't worry about it. Let me just check out as my research is done. Okay, it is undergoing process. Still, it's undergoing process. Okay, it got like almost 26 sources. So it is going on with like 26 sources, right? Exactly. We have our ChatGPT 5. So previously it was like taking almost 15 minutes of time in deep research. But let's see now how actually our ChatGPT 5 will take the amount of time. And yes, it is like so good. I can just see it is something like taking lots of very low credits, right? If you're like paying almost for $20, right? For monthly, you're trying to pay like $20, right? So the $20 going to be like worth for you if you're like paying for plus or pro versions, right? In that way, if you're paying among like 2,000 rupees per month, or if you're trying to pay for pro version among like 20,000 rupees per month, that will give you almost worth amount for sure. Let it goes on, no problem. It takes some time. We will just come back to our PPT. And yes, of course, intro to like Google Colab and Python is done. So let's understand the minimal Python for AI task. Just everyone just take a snap, take like a screenshot. We will just come back to this slide in the next minute. Right. I'll just explain you what actually the amount of the code is and how actually the transformer is going to work and what actually a transformer is, and everything we'll just understand in the next coming minutes. So yes, so here comes the part is simple using Hugging Face model. So what actually Hugging Face model is? So how many of you know about like Hugging Face models? Please keep it yes in the chat box. So we will just dive into the Hugging Face model in the next minute. How many of you know Hugging Face models? Yes. How many of you know Hugging Face models? I just want to see some answers in the chat box. So we can just move to the next slide. Heard about it? No problem. No, no, no. Yes, no, no. Okay, no problem. So we'll just dive into it. We'll just understand first what actually Hugging Face platform is, and what actually Hugging Face models are, and we'll just see it in a live. Right. So what actually Hugging Face is? It is a platform that hosting almost around like 300K AI models. I'll just show you how many AI models are there in the Hugging Face. I've already shown you what actually Open Router is. It is something where free and paid versions of each and every model we can just grab there in the Open Router. But Hugging Face models, where we can just download it and run our models in locally, right? And we can just grab our API keys and make sure with that API keys we can just connect to our code and deploy into a website. In this way, we can just go ahead like step-by-step functionalities with our Hugging Face, right? And also it is pre-trained models ready for direct use, right? So this is how we're going trying to grab our Hugging Face, and the common applications that we can build and that we can just start with is terms of text summarizations, Q&A from like research papers, and also we can just go ahead in terms of like language translations for multilingual classes. Right. So in this way, we can just grab our Hugging Face models. This is how we're just trying to grab it down. Coming next, we will just go ahead, no code alternatives. We will just go to this slide in a couple of minutes. But before that, I just want to show you how actually Hugging Face models looks like. Right. So everyone like pay attention onto the screen. So this is how Hugging Face models looks like. Right. So see everyone, yeah, it is saying that follow your like favorite AI creators, OpenAI and Nari Labs, and these are like very new, so we can just go and check it out what actually Nari Labs is and what actually it can do more, and NLPs, natural language processings, and audio, tabula, and also reinforcement learnings and others like graph machine learnings. Everything. For example, whenever you talk about like multi models, it can go ahead with like audio text to text, and image text to text again, image text to text. Whenever I just talk about like computer vision, so you can able to see here there are like many things in terms of computer vision where the camera turns on and it can just classifies the amount of image classification, image segmentations, and unconditional image generations. This everything, right? Zero shot image classifications, mask generations, everything it will just go ahead, right? So for example, if you're like on the main page, whenever I just click on like text generations, right? They're like again almost 26, I can just say, sorry, 2,68,000, 2,68,000 text generation models we have. 2,68,000 text generation models we have, right? So when I just click on like libraries, like these many libraries are required, right? These many libraries are required for like Hugging Face models, right? Inside the Hugging Face model, and the languages, like lots of languages are there, almost 4,745. So just click on plus, you can just get more languages for sure, right? So in this way, we can just grab our amount of models from the Hugging Face. So some are free again, some are like again paid versions, and we can just create our own. Okay, we can just create our own access tokens, and with that access tokens, we can just make sure get our amount of AI chatbot in your hands, right? So in this way, you can just grab it down. So that is how the amount of Hugging Face model is. Understood, everyone? Uh, do we need to like sign in to access this file? Exactly. Hugging Face is like simple. It is just like the comparison. I just want to say it in terms of like whenever you just go like GitHub accounts, of course it like asking for like either Microsoft or either Google logins. Same way, Hugging Face is also like a model where it goes with a platform where it goes with like lots of models. For that, a simple sign in with our Google or like Microsoft accounts, we have to go ahead, right? So in this way, we can just go ahead with the amount of Hugging Face platform. It is simple. It is software as a service, Google Colab, of course. Yes. So let me just go ahead with another. Okay, before going with the another topic, let me just check it down. Yes, it is done. It is completed. Right. So research completed in 5 minutes. So 28 sources, 46 searches it has done. So the activities you can able to see. This is all websites that you can just take care. Let me just, if possible. Yeah, fine. So these many activities you can able to see here. The activities nothing but the websites. The amount of searches it has done. These many search it has done. And the 28 sources, lots of PDFs and lots of amount of articles it got read, right? So in this way, you can find out all these links at the below all sources, right? So now we have a good document ready. Let me just show you. So what are the question that we just asked? Extract all research gaps from the above abstract and present them as numbered points. Right, now we have numbered points, almost 11 numbered points. So the starting with integration and diverse technologies, standards and calibration, interoperability, and next we have like data visualization and fusion, privacy, security and trust, real world validation and scalability, connectivity and infrastructure, economics and financial barriers, and farmers adoption and usability. Goes on with sensors, robustness and calibration, explainability of athletic analytics, and the next we have sustainability and circular practices. Right, we have like almost 11 points that it got like generated, and also each and every line, each and every sentence that it got written from the amount of given sources. Right, so we have a proof so that we can just say that okay, I did research. These are the amount of papers that I have just gone through, and these are the amount of sources that I have just gone through. So this is almost ready paper, right? So that's why I just trying to show you in terms of like ChatGPT 5 we have already, and also I want to like show you what actually deep research can go ahead, right? So in this way, we're just trying to close our ChatGPT for sure. Let me just go ahead and come back to our PPT. We have like many things to go ahead. Yes, let me just close with poe.com. So what actually poe.com? Like before going with like poe.com, we will just close with our Google Colab. Let me just open Google Colab, colab.research.google.com. This is the link let me just share it in you in the chat box. This is the link that I'm just trying to share with you people. Yes. Colab.research.google.com. This is the link that you have just go ahead. Whenever I just hit enter, it's asked me that like lots of projects I have just done already. For you people, only it shows welcome to Colab. Of course, it shows only the one file that is like welcome to Colab. You can just open that, or you can just go ahead with creating a new notebook. Everyone like be attentive for like 5 minutes. So we'll just wrap up with the Google Colab and just go with no coding platform. Right. So that like only 5 minutes. I'm just trying to grab this with your Google Colab. Open new notebook, everyone. Open the new notebook. If you're doing parallelly, make sure everyone like do it parallelly for sure. I'm like very happy if you're like doing with parallelly. Let me just grab my code, and yes, then we can just be ready. Right. Let me just copy it and just come back to this screen. And yes, no, I'm not generating right now. Let me just do this. Give me a second. Yeah, yes. So first thing first, we have to like install our amount of libraries. Same like Python, right? So yeah, I'll just try to share the code. No problem. I'll just try to share the code, everyone. Yes. So first thing first, we have to like go ahead and grab our code and just come back to title. Let me just keep it text summarizer. Yes, that's it. So we are like ready with text summarizer dot py ip YNB. So that is the extension that we're just trying to grab it down. First thing first, we have just click on run button on pip install transformers. So what actually pip install transformers are? Transformers is the library that we're just grabbing from our Hugging Face model, right? So I might you might have seen when I was just talking about like Hugging Face, whenever just click on like text summarization, you might have seen the transformers, right? So let me just go with the models, click on models, the libraries. We have something called transformers. So the like lots of libraries that we have, we can just go and grab about like transformers. Almost again 6,86,814 transformer models we have. I'm just using a simple model with using of like transformers. Whenever I just click on like pip install transformers, in this any one of the transformers from the Python, it's just start installing, right? So once this is done, then I have just given a simple code here. I'll just start explaining with the code. Everyone just be attentive. From transformers, import pipeline. So the pipeline is something where we're just grabbing up with our like amount of transformers and just getting the pipeline be ready, right? And I'm just giving my variable name called summarizer from the pipeline. So the summarizer should be getting, right? And the text. So everyone like see here, this is my amount of the text I have just given right now. right? This much long text that I have just given as of now, and I'm just telling that summary. So again, I've just created a variable called summary. So telling that summarizer, go and hit my text with the amount of whatever the amount of text that I've just given right now, that should be summarized in maximum length of 50 and my minimum length of 25. Do sample that is false and printing my summarized text. Right, simple. So whatever the amount of text that I've just given, very prolonged text or abstract, whatever it can be, so that amount of text that should be summarized in terms of minimum value should be starts with 50, 25, and the maximum value can go with 50 or 100, right? So let me just click on like run option, and it will just start functioning for sure. Let's everyone like see it on the like screen, and boom, this is how it summarized our text. This is like very simple text summarizer that you can just start with. Not only like Google Colab, you can just run it in your Jupyter, you can run in your like VS Code platform, anywhere you can just go ahead, right? It started its working. It's done. PyTorch is trying to install. Let it do its work, and we'll just start understanding what we can go ahead, right? Yes. So no code alternatives is something called, we have like three alternatives that we have, three tools that we have. I'm just telling you about only one tool, that is POE.com, quick multimodal chatbot creation. So also we have something like Florize, Flowise, and also GPT, custom GPT. This works under Pro version, right? So let me just go ahead and just grab you what actually POE.com. So POA is something like agent creation or like agent creation model or agent creation platform, I can just say. So we have like something called explore. So we can just explore all the models for sure. These are like lots of models that we have. We can just go and grab here. And also we have something called create, right? We have like something called create. So what type of agent that you want to create, or what type of chatbot that you want to create, you can just click on any one of it, and let me just click on like prompt bot, and the bot would be like anything. For example, my study planner. This is my, I can just say study planner. Yes, I've just given it as study planner. I have to give the description for sure. And also I'm using my base bot as Claude Haiku. So Claude Haiku is before this own before like Haiku 3, we got Sonnet 4, right? So after the like Sonnet 4, we're like more things to come out. But before this Sonnet 4, we have like Haiku 3, right? And also we have to like give it a prompt here. It's working, right? So let me just show you how it like go ahead and just start working it down. Yes, let me just check with this. Yes, so the output is done, everyone. So device setup to CPU. So I'll just show what actually CPU and like RAM is going to check out. So this is how our virtual RAM and system RAM and disk is functioning, right? So you will like see here Python 3 Google compute engine backend. So this is our backend for our like Google Colab is. System RAM goes on with like 12 GB, and disk goes on with like almost 107 GB, 100 GB. Basically, it goes on with like 100 GB, but it is giving like 107 GB. Of course, more than like disk used almost 41 GB, and the RAM used utilized is 5.8 GB, right? In this way, our amount of Google Colab starts working. Let's see the output, everyone. So I've just given lots of things here. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing in terms of like academia across research, teaching, and administration. It automates repetitive tasks and freezing educators to focus on like higher value work. Like, let's check it out. What actually it's given. Okay, it automates repetitive tasks, freezing works, it teaching AI. Okay, it like given everything almost, but in compressed manner. It is given in compressed manner. Or if I just give it something called like only the length of 50. So if I just give it 50, Now let me just run it again. Now it will again make sure that it just compresses to 50 amount of given length and compresses the amount of text and gives us a output back. Right. So in this way, our amount of Google Colab starts working. Right. Yes, it is given again a good output. You can able to see it, everyone. From this, it's given a good output. It teaching like AI enables personalized learning and experience trial for each student. Right. So in this way, it's trying to summarize our amount of data. Right. Ready, everyone? So this is how it goes with in terms of Google Colab. So we're done with ChatGPT, we're done with Google Colab, we're done with Hugging Face models. We are back to POE.com, the agent creation. Right. So let me just show you how actually it goes on with. So for example, the markdown points. So why actually markdown points is like more important. I'll just show you what actually markdown points is also. Right. So this is like the special prompting structure. This is more important for us in terms of markdown points. Right. For example, you're creating your own custom GPT. For that, what role that you want to go ahead, or what objective that you want to go ahead, or what content that you want like created, and instructions. And what about the instruction that you're just trying to give it, and the note points. Right. This everything we require in terms of markdown points. Right. The example is here. Let me just grab it and give it to the rule is this, copying it, again copying it, and let me just come back to email uh, summarizer, changing it to email summarizer, and the prompt I'm just trying to give it here is simple. I'm just given my role, and then next I've just given my instructions. Right. So this is all my instructions are. Let me just enable it, and the description, I'll just give it the same objective as my description, or my context as my description. Let me just give it. Yes. Everything is ready. Clicking on publish and continue without editing. Let me just click on publish. Okay, okay. The name is like taken already. Email summarizer iPhone 123. Then just click on publish. Now I think it's ready. Yes, my agent is ready now. Right. So with my name and email summarizer like 123, I've just given random name. So now my the part is like ready. Right. Now I can just ask anything. Right. But before that, I have to like connect with my like API key and everything before connecting with my like email and everything. Right. So what actually I've just built it. Right. Email summarizer. So it just goes to my email and checks each and every day at 4:45 p.m. and gives me a good output. Right. Good summarized output. And yes, that is ready. So that's all about like POE, everyone. I hope you can just get all the recordings and make sure come back and just see the recordings. You will get to understand what actually I'm just trying to do. Right. So that's all about last day of today's session, everyone. I hope everyone like enjoyed it. And yes. So congratulations, everyone, all my faculties and my lecturers, everyone, congratulations. So I've like successfully completed a 5-day master program on generative AI. I'm like very happy of everyone that everyone got a good amount of the knowledge and good amount of knowledge on like AI tools, everything. Right. I'm like very happy. Congratulations to everyone. I just want to see in the chat box, everyone congratulate for yourself and you're like hit a good outputs that you're going to get in the coming next days. Right. congratulations everyone, all my faculties and from different colleges, from different states, they're just coming out there. I'm like very happy. And yes, so that's all from my side. Dinesh Kumar is now, my name is like Dinesh Kumar, I'm like trying to signing off. Thank you everyone, for making sure this 5 day master program a big hit for us, right? Thank you everyone for joining. And yes, yeah, I'm just giving my mic to like Anusha. Can you just please go ahead? Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir. Over the past week, we have embarked on an exciting journey exploring the fascinating world of generative AI. From understanding its foundations to witnessing its creative possibilities in action, we have learned, experimented, discussed, and envisioned how AI can transform the way we think, create, and innovate. Today marks not an end, but a milestone, a moment to reflect on our learnings, celebrate our achievements, and look forward for applying this knowledge in impactful ways. Let us take a moment to appreciate the efforts of our participants, speakers, organizers, and everyone who have made this program a resounding success. So, the 1 week National Level Faculty Development Program on Generative AI, organized by Brainovision Solutions India Private Limited in collaboration with AICTE and 130 plus engineering colleges as host. This intensive 1 week program is designed to equip faculty with the necessary skills and knowledge to leverage the power of generative AI. This program will be held for 1 week, where various topics of generative AI will be discussed and help in upskilling to the technical proficiency. The 130 plus prestigious colleges from all over the nation have become our host for a national level STDP, and their attributions and commendable commitment have led to the successful registrations of 5,000 plus faculties. The collaborative efforts of the coordinator from the host colleges to empower and enrich the program have strengthened the whole program. We are honored to welcome Dr. Gundala Nagaraju sir as the chief guest for the 1 week National Level Faculty Development Program on Generative AI. Dr. Raju sir is the president chairperson of World AI Governance and a prominent entrepreneur, startup mentor, and technology leader. He also serves as the president of TAA IIT Kharagpur, Hyderabad chapter, and has been a driving force in promoting responsible AI practices worldwide. With rich experience as CEO, assistant professor, and lead auditor for ISO 4001 2023, he has made significant contributions to technology governance and education. Dr. Raju Sir's vision, leadership, and dedication to innovation have inspired professionals across industries. His presence today greatly enriches the value and prestige of this event. We extend a warm welcome and our heartfelt gratitude to him for joining us. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. And am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for good introduction. I would like to share a couple of things. Whatever I speak with my experience, don't think that I am intelligent. Being a premier institute student, most of the time, like no, I learned with my experience actually. So I had more than 32 years of experience, and I worked with top 5 consulting companies, and I gained good exposure actually, good exposure in terms of enterprise applications, and still today also I code actually. So I don't like to lose that concepts because most of the time, like no, these AI technologies, people thought that like no, someone is going to help like Chat GPT 4, 5. So someone has done some tool and I'm going to use it. That is all a kind of a trash actually. The bottom line is when you want to implement any AI technologies in your domain expertise, it carries only 20% of the weightage actually. So people don't tell all those things. Say that because suppose if you know some of your students who are joining, maybe they are working 5 to 6 companies, exclusive works on technology to develop the platforms, and rest of the people working either it's a banking, finance, insurance, e-commerce, airlines. These are the domain expertise, right? So people should gain domain expertise first. So most of the time I work for BFSI domain, retail and airlines. That is, I have hands-on experience. And most of the time I use only 20% of the technology. That is, of course, AI. And again, recently I am working exclusive on AI governance side. I would like to take a few more minutes to talk about that. I have done last 3 audits actually. So I went for ISO 42001. That is exclusive, talks about artificial intelligence and management systems. Whoever is applying AI technologies. What I mean to say is AI applications are part of your solutions, part of your package or product. You should have ISO AI governance to be implemented. So that is what I'm trying to do now. Even last week, I went to Delhi to audit Zomato. Everyone knows that now it is a change ready eternal. And they have come up with a nice platform called Nugget. So we want to see that the conceptual wise, people thought technology, but I stress more on conceptual side, because we need to know whether the data is biased, whether the algorithm is biased, and how we are cleaning the data, clean the data which is available, and we need to see the source of the data. So from the data perspective, we need to talk about security that will taken care by information system management system, that is ISO 27K. But here mostly talks about the transparency, ethical way of doing things. We don't know what is happening inside the algorithm. So we are giving the input and you are getting the output. In between that is a kind of big black box for you. We need to know, is the algorithm is acting accordingly your wish? We don't know. Frankly, we don't know what is inside actually, unless you are a core expertise in statistical algorithm specialist. Then only you will know what is happening based on that different algorithms actually. Generally, what we do as a part of our solution, we give our input data to different algorithms, and which algorithm is giving better results in terms of accuracy or different evaluation metrics, right? Whether it's a regression algorithms or classification or cluster, or if you talk about deep learning. Now people talk about AI agent or agentic AI. So this is a perspective, but the end of the day, the story is how we are using the data, what is the source of the data, truth of the data we need to understand. So that only carries 20% of the technology. So that is what I would like to share this platform. Even I use lot of Gen AI tools, agentic AI as a part of my solutions, but I will be very very cautious, especially whenever you are implying these type of techniques, right? AI technologies into banking, finance, or insurance. There is a compliance department. We have to tell them why we are doing that. For example, let me narrate with some example so that you will be understanding very easily. Like most of our decision based on the data, right? Extra historical data. Suppose based on historical data, you got the output like this. For insurance, there is a range between 30 to 35 years. Female having red car is more prone to accident. Okay, that is the data-driven decision. I understand that once you take 1 million records, that is the decision you got it. But based on that, are you going to charge really the high premium? As per the compliance, as per no, we are declaring, right? Caste, greed, female, gender, which nation you are, you should not be biased, right? That is one of our fundamental right. Not only in India, no, especially in US, if you talk like this, then you are in a trouble actually. So they are going to sue that. So we have like a couple of case studies like that. So because our algorithms purely based on the training data what we have given to our algorithms. So that is very, very important, and you should be like very uh, like intelligent way. Like I don't like to say intelligent way; it's a common sense, right? So no need to talk about intelligence here, just a common sense. And what use case is applicable to by using Gen AI, by using LLMs, or you talk about any AI technologies. Like I am not restricting over here. So that should be our concept. And of course, going forward, we may also do more from the Brainovision. Definitely, we'll come up with a lot of industry case studies, and we need to understand which case study is eligible for using this algorithm, which case study you can, where to stop actually. After doing the analysis of the data, thorough analysis, and you got some data like a decision, that itself is enough. Are you going to use algorithms to go to the next level, right? And let me give one more example. Recently, when I'm working with the client project that is related to final decision making, but my algorithm make a decision based on that. I cannot charge my customer a more insurance premium. So what we are trying to do is definitely AI is intelligent than us. Of course, end of the day, we are the people to write a program to do that, right? So don't forget that. So what we are trying to do is we derive some business rules, and whatever the behavior pattern of the customers, what we identified by using AI algorithms, whatever it is, I don't like to say call the specific algorithms, like AI algorithms, that decision you can convert into in the form of a business rule and get it approval from the concerned department, right? Each country has their some acts are there. When you say act, you have to implement it. You don't have any option. Some there is a compliance department, so you need to abide by the compliance. If it is a financial compliance, or if it is an insurance, or it is statutory, like so those things, we need to take a permission from them. Hey, this is the pattern we followed, and we want to convert that into a kind of a business rule. That again comes into the business, right? That's what I'm talking about. So that is the way at least we are able to convert and uh, make sure you can do more efficiency of your business. And definitely AI definitely very, very useful wherever it is not interacting the end customer. The use cases is not impacting the end customer. For example, you want to uh, increase your operational efficiency within your organization, because you are not impacting anyone outside the end customer, so that there is no act, there is no ISO, there is no no rules not talking about that. So for operational efficiency purpose, definitely it is very, very useful, uh, as we are discussing, right? So by doing manually it may take 1 hour. So by using these type of techniques, maybe it takes hardly less than 5 minutes. So that's what I want to share with you people, because even today also, I depend more on the domain expertise, not on the technology, be frankly with you. Of course, I teach all type of AI related techniques, which I practice every day during my daily routine as a part of my research projects. And mostly I work for fintech and insurtech actually. Those are a kind of product development teams. I am going to be a kind of advisory role. So I'm not going into in depth into their analysis, but I'm giving a kind of caution, okay, these requirements may be suitable for operational efficiency. These requirements may be suitable for uh, getting approval from the statutory department. So again, as I said, current days, I am more concentrating on AI governance actually. There are different bodies evolve across the world, not only ISO. They are talking about European Union AI. There is a different bodies like that is evolved, and of course, I'm one of the active participant and user of those bodies, so that I can share my experience, and of course, I can get their experience too. Not only sharing my experience, but also get their experience. And yeah, I would like to congratulate everyone over here who are part of this FTP, and I think there is a certification distribution is may go soon. And I must congratulate everyone to be patient, learning these past 5 days. But my kind advice is like, concentrate more on the problem statement first. And that gives 80% of the weightage. And yeah, if anyone has like, time, so you can type my name, Gundal Nagaraj. You can see a lot of articles presented on LinkedIn. I'm trying to like, educate the people, like, so that maybe some of my articles may be helpful to you all. And thank you, Mr. Ganesh, for inviting me as a uh, guest over here to speak on behalf of Brainovision. I would like to share like, some of my thoughts with you. If anyone has any questions, please you can like, type in the chat box so that I can answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those inspiring and thought provoking. Thank you so much, sir, for those inspiring words. Your presence and encouragement means a lot to us, and I'm sure everyone here will carry your message forward. We truly appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. I would request everyone to turn on their cameras for a group pic.
So any questions from anyone? So I would like to answer. You can chat, you can type on chat box. Okay.
So, are we done with the group pic? About certificates and LMS procedure, all participants are requested to note that you will receive an email shortly regarding the certificate distribution and the LMS, Learning Management System, access procedure. Please check your registered email ID for detailed instruction on downloading your certificate and navigating the LMS platform. We express our deepest gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Gundala Naguraju sir, for gracing this event with his presence and delivering an inspiring address. Your valuable insights and expertise have undoubtedly added great value to the proceedings and left a lasting impression on all of us. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to Brainovision CEO Ganesh Nag sir for your valuable time, encouragement, and support, which have greatly contributed to the success of the event. To all the participants, we thank you sincerely for your enthusiastic engagement and active participation throughout the sessions. Your commitment to continuous learning and professional development is truly commendable and is what made this workshop so dynamic and meaningful. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to the 130 plus host colleges whose support, coordination, and collaboration played a pivotal role in the success of this event. Your partnership reflects the spirit of collective learning and unity in the academic community. A big thank you to our distinguished speakers, panelists, and resource persons who shared their knowledge so generously and helped in expanding our horizons. Our organizing team, your tireless efforts, attention to detail, and dedication behind the scenes made everything run seamlessly. From planning to execution, your commitment ensured the smooth conduct of the workshop. Last but not the least, we are grateful to all the technical teams and support staff without whom this event would not have been possible. As we conclude this workshop, let us carry forward the knowledge and connections we have gained and strive for excellence in our respective domains. Thank you all once again. Wishing you continued success and learning in your endeavors. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anisha, for like great as a being anchor. Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for joining as a guest. I'm like very happy. Yeah, thank you so much, Nagaraj Gar, sir. Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much. So I can sign off, right?
yes, sir, please.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Bye.
thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. Yeah.